All right, we are here with Jon Schnepp of the infamous now Death of Superman Lives, What Happened.
Is it really infamous?
It is, actually. It
awesome.
is. Now, you had a showing here at Salt Lake Comic-Con last night.
Yeah.
It's been out for a little while, actually, but it was the first time it's been shown in a theater here in Utah.
Yeah.
How did it go?
It went great. Actually, we did it in screening room here at the Salt Lake City Comic-Con. We screened about 45 minutes of the film and then had an extensive Q&A, and people just loved it. So yeah, we had a great positive response. The film actually, we did our premiere, our world premiere in Hollywood, California on April 30th and May 1st and 2nd at the Egyptian in Hollywood, and then we sort of started going on tour with it. We went to London, we've gone to Australia, we're going to be screening it in Canada in 2 weeks, and then we've been popping through all the Comic-Cons. We actually put the DVD and Blu-ray out on July 9th at San Diego Comic-Con, and then have been doing like kind of a Comic-Con tour, and here we are in Utah at the Salt Lake City Comic-Con with our film. So we have our film, the Blu-rays, the DVDs, we do a screening, we show some clips. That's just what we've been doing to spread the word, because it's an independent movie. I raised the money through Kickstarter and other crowdfunding techniques, and now we're actually putting it out just as ourselves. So that's how we're doing it.
Now, it's a really impressive documentary, actually.
Thank you.
You got some really behind-the-scenes access. You're in Tim Burton's house.
Yeah.
You're chatting there with Kevin Smith, who's even donned the Superman shield over his normal hockey jersey. What did you find out doing this? I mean, did you come in with any preconceived notions and were really kind of wowed by things you found? Or?
Oh, definitely wowed by how much there was. I knew that the rest of me and the general public were on like the tip of the iceberg. I knew there must be more, but how much more there was, incredible. Like unbelievable production design drawings, like designs, like really fascinating and unique, awesome takes on Krypton, Brainiac, Doomsday, Metropolis. The list goes on. Different outfits for Superman. We got access to the special effects companies who are working on doing the different outfits for Superman. We got access to incredible footage of Nicolas Cage and Tim Burton from 1997 to 98 during different costume tests, talking about what they were going to do, how they were going to interpret Superman, what Nick Cage was going to do as Clark Kent.
Yeah, some of that stuff was kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
I found it fascinating because I was watching it and got a real different look from things that we don't normally see, even behind the scenes, which is the big thing now with DVDs and Blu-rays. Oh, look, the behind the scenes, the gag reel, isn't this hilarious?
Right.
But we don't actually see how movies are made.
Right.
And to see some of those costume fittings with them trying to figure out who the character is, and I'm sitting here as a comic book fan, well, it's Clark Kent, it's Superman, why are you figuring out who this person is? But they really get into some pretty heavy stuff.
Yeah, they're going a little bit above and beyond like what the comic books would what is a normal Clark Kent. They're like, Nick Cage is trying to like empathize so that the audience will have empathy for Superman, and in a different way than Christopher Reeve, So it's like, I saw what they were trying to do, and I think it would have been a really unique and really fun take on the character. I mean, it's one that hasn't been done yet.
Now, something that I was really amazed, because like you, I was just there at the tip of the iceberg. Someone had sent me a picture online and said, oh my gosh, have you seen this? And it's the one we've all seen. It's Nicolas Cage with the long hair kind of doing his, his half-stoned look with what looks like spray-painted on suit.
Yeah, or it looks like an action figure body.
Yeah, and everyone's like, that is the worst thing I've ever seen. I'm so happy they killed it. But you watch it, and there was a lot of good stuff in there. And in fact, a lot of it, I'm like, wait a minute, no, I saw that in Superman Returns. They did it.
Yeah.
Or the Kryptonian stuff you mentioned. They had the whole Mobius-style art and the Geiger
art. Or the
art.
Codex actually looks like the Skull Ship from Man of Steel.
Exactly. A lot of it was in Man of Steel. I was surprised how much they actually kept. So, what kind of feedback from the film have you gotten from the people I should clarify, what feedback from the documentary have you gotten from people who were in the film? Because this has now kind of become larger than the film ever did.
Yeah, the feedback has been fantastic. All of the people that we interviewed love the film. John Peters, Kevin Smith, Tim Burton, all the people that we actually interviewed, Wesley Strick, a lot of the writers who are like worried about like, I'm hoping you're not going to be making fun of me, but I'll take that risk. I come from doing comedy animation for Adult Swim, so I'm not known as like a serious documentarian, but I really was serious and earnest about making a real good documentary about this project. And afterwards, they were like, "Wow, you really got stuff that I never knew happened," and everyone felt really good about it. It also kind of got rid of the shame that comes with productions that get shuttered or taken down. Like, this movie was in production for 2 years, so a lot of the artists didn't want to talk to me at first about it because they felt that shame of like, oh, that failure that I was involved with that everybody makes fun of. I don't want to talk about that because you're going to make fun of me.
I did catch that. By the end of the film, no, there was a sense of pride going, hey, I was part of this, and even though it never saw the light of day, that was some good work.
Yeah, and I think that's what's important to me is like, really, I got into it because of the artwork. I'm an artist as well, so I would hope out of anything that happens post our documentary that maybe the people who own the rights to the film and all the production design would put out a book called The Art of Superman Lives. Because the artwork alone is like just unbelievable. From Tim Burton's production, his early drawings, to what all the production artists came out with, like Jim Carson, Sylvain Dupree, Pete Von Schally, Michael Anthony Jackson, all these incredible artists who are working now on Ant-Man and they're all working on all the Superman films or superhero films that you see. Tim Burgard, all these guys are constantly working. So to see their art, in a book form would be great for this production because it's right now not there.
Excellent. Well, where can people follow your tour? Where can people find out more information?
You guys can find us. We're going to be at New York Comic Con. We're going to be in an area called The Block, which is like a lot of the vinyl toys and stuff like that. So we have a good position there. So you guys can come. Anybody in New York who's going to New York Comic Con, come say hello and get a Blu-ray or DVD. We're also going to be at Kamikaze, Stan Lee's Kamikaze, back in LA. That's
Very
at the end of October. I think it's October 30th to November 1st at the Los Angeles Convention Center, so we'll be there. And a few other conventions in November, but I'm still getting those placed. Right now, you can currently, if you're watching this right now, the film is playing at the Laemmle's Music Hall in Los Angeles. It's a week-long theatrical run.
We have some friends in LA. We can send them there.
Definitely go this week and see the film in the theater. It's great. Seeing it with a group of people, it's a really fun experience because it's a documentary it's okay to laugh. It's okay to have fun because there's really funny moments, there's really poignant moments, and that's how I feel really good whenever we screen it for people. We get those reactions. So
excellent.
You can find it if you're just online. You can go to www.tdoslwh.com. I know it's a tongue twister.
Wow.
It's basically The Death of Superman Lives, What Happened, just the first letters, tdoslwh.com.
Maybe we can bit.ly that.
Yeah, just put that in there, make a link. But that's where you can find the digital download. You could buy that. You could actually get the super pack, and that's 9 extra hours, like 3 hours of me and Kevin Smith just talking about comic books, an extra 30 minutes about the light up suit, Grant Morrison, Mark Waid, all these comic book writers and artists. We interviewed them. They're in the special features sections. So it's just like expanded interviews. It's like just a lot of stuff that we really wanted to jam pack it with.
That sounds like quite a value there. Then.
It's a value. So get the super pack if you're buying the digital, or you can get the Blu-ray or the DVD. You can order it online, and you're supporting independent film because, like I said, we're releasing it ourselves. So you're going to help us out.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Right on, man. Stolen Droids.